7 types of people who can derail your Stoic path. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." You've probably heard the saying, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Today, we're going to explore that idea through a Stoic lens. We'll discuss 7 types of people who can derail your progress in Stoic philosophy and how to navigate these challenging relationships. Before we begin, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Your support helps us spread Stoic wisdom to more people. 1. The complainer. We all know that one person who seems to find fault in everything, whether it's the weather, their job, or even the food at a popular restaurant. They never miss an opportunity to express their dissatisfaction. You might wonder why this should concern you. After all, can't you just ignore them? Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Consistent exposure to such negativity can drain your mental well-being, much like a leaky faucet slowly depleting your reservoir of emotional energy. Stoicism teaches us to focus on actionable solutions instead of dwelling on problems. For instance, if you're collaborating on a project with someone who is a perpetual complainer, each meeting might turn into an exhausting session of complaints without any constructive dialogue. This can lead to a decline in team morale, distraction from finding actionable solutions, and increasing disenchantment with the project. To deal with a complainer, you can employ several strategies. Limit your exposure whenever possible. Reduce the time you spend with this individual. Mentally distance yourself if you can't avoid them, because they are a family member or colleague. Mentally distance yourself during their rants. Think of their complaints as a passing storm, loud and unsettling but ultimately temporary. Steer conversations towards solutions, shift the focus to actionable solutions, or change the subject to something more constructive. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Guard your mental peace diligently, ensuring that chronic complainers do not deviate you from your path of resilience and virtue. 2. The drama magnet. Imagine navigating your life as a ship sailing through calm waters, only to encounter the whirlpool known as the drama magnet. This individual always seems to be surrounded by crises, conflicts, or controversies. Initially, their energy might seem like passion or excitement, but soon you'll realize that being in their sphere is like navigating a ship through a storm, exhausting and dangerous. Drama magnets make their crises feel like your own, sucking you into their vortex of chaos. For example, you might have a friend who has frequent fallouts with others in your social circle. They come to you for advice, but the cycle of drama never ends, and you find yourself at odds with others as well. To handle drama magnets, reflective listening. Instead of offering advice or taking sides, mirror their words back to them. This technique provides emotional support without getting entangled in the drama. Selective unavailability. Be selectively unavailable for their crises. Turn off your phone during certain hours and create focus periods for your work or personal development. Seneca said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." Focus on the present moment where you have control, and don't let someone else's drama disrupt your life. 3. The naysayer. Picture yourself as an artist painting a canvas. Each brushstroke adds color, depth, and life to your vision. Enter the naysayer, who immediately begins to critique your work. Their persistent doubt and negativity can dull your vibrant canvas, making you second-guess your choices. For instance, let's say you're excited about pursuing a new career path. You've done your research and spoken to professionals. When you share your enthusiasm with the naysayer, they list all the reasons it won't work out, causing you to doubt your self-assured vision. To deal with a naysayer, ask for advice. When people are put in an advisory role, they're less likely to attack your ideas outright and may offer more constructive feedback. Positive confrontation. Challenge them to think of solutions instead of absorbing their negativity. For example, if they say you'll never be able to switch careers, counter with, "How do you think someone could successfully make a career change then?" Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listen, reflect, and continue painting your life with the colors that speak to you. 4. The victim. Imagine life as a game of chess. Each player has the same pieces and goal to checkmate the opponent's king. The victim, however, blames the board, pieces, or opponent for every poor move. They are perpetually in checkmate, not because of their choices, but due to some external force. It's important to recognize genuine hardships. but the victim we're discussing uses their predicament as a permanent excuse, refusing to take responsibility. You might find yourself as the supporting character who constantly needs to rescue them. To deal with a victim, compassionate detachment, show empathy and kindness, but don't try to rescue them from situations they need to navigate themselves. Draw firm boundaries. Protect your own mental state by drawing boundaries. Offer a listening ear, but refrain from becoming their perpetual problem solver. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." Take control of your own game board and play for growth and wisdom. 5. The toxic positivist. You know this person, they're always exuding sunshine and rainbows, dismissing your feelings with a wave of glittery optimism. Imagine your life as a garden with flowers, weeds, and pests. The toxic positivist insists on ignoring anything that isn't a blooming rose. Suppose you're going through a tough breakup and seeking emotional balance. The toxic positivist's advice might be, just smile and be happy. This excessive positivity can make you feel invalidated and disconnected from reality. To handle a toxic positivist, engage in balanced discussions, acknowledge both positive and negative aspects. For example, if they say, "Look on the bright side," you could reply, "Yes, but it's also okay for me to feel upset about this specific issue." Emotional granularity. Develop the ability to differentiate and acknowledge a wide range of emotions. For instance, say, "I'm feeling a bit melancholic today due to X, and that's okay." Seneca said, "True happiness is to understand our duties and enjoy the present. Embrace life's complexity with equanimity and nurture your garden with the richness it deserves." 6. The manipulator. Picture your life as a movie script, where you're the main character. Enter the manipulator, who subtly rewrites your script without you realizing it. They use flattery, guilt trips, or deceit to steer you in a direction that benefits them. For instance, a friend might always manage to get you to pay for dinner by saying, "You are so successful, it wouldn't mean much to you but would make my day better." Over time, you realize your generosity has been taken advantage of. To handle a manipulator, fogging, agree with any truth in their statements but refuse to be moved by emotional coercion. For example, say, "You're right that I've been doing well, but let's split the bill." Set clear boundaries, enforce boundaries calmly and assertively. For instance, say, "I can't lend money, but I'm here to offer emotional support." Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Reclaim your script and ensure your journey is guided by your own values. 7. The time vampire. Imagine your daily routine as a carefully crafted symphony. Each task is an instrument, and together they create harmony. Enter the time vampire, disrupting your melody with off-key screeches. They might be a colleague interrupting you with trivial questions or a friend inviting you to countless social events you're not interested in. These interactions might seem inconsequential, but their cumulative effect can be profoundly disruptive. To handle a time vampire, Pomodoro technique. Break your work into intervals, traditionally 25 minutes, separated by short breaks. During these intervals, make it clear you're not to be disturbed. Saying no, declining an invitation is not a rejection of the person but an affirmation of your own needs. Simply say, "I appreciate the invite, but I can't make it." Seneca said, "Life, if well lived, is long enough." Allocate your time wisely, ensuring that every moment aligns with your greater purpose. Final thoughts. As we reach the finale of today's exploration into the characters who can derail our path toward Stoic resilience and wisdom, let's not forget that self-awareness is key. It's easy to recognize these types in others, but the more challenging and enlightening task is to look within. Are you perhaps unintentionally playing one of these roles in someone else's life? Remember, Stoicism isn't just about navigating the world. It's also about understanding and improving ourselves. If today's discussion has sparked a realization or an epiphany, share your thoughts in the comments. Let's engage in a dialogue that enriches us all. So until next time, may your choices align with your virtues, your actions reflect your wisdom, and your life be the masterpiece you're meant to create. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.